Copyright automatically protects anything that is written or drawn, so long as it is the author's own intellectual creation. It is because so many creative works are protected by copyright that when we think about making money from them, it's essential to think about copyright from the start. Otherwise, it may prove impossible to commercialise creative works, including digital cultural heritage, because ownership cannot be determined or permissions cannot be obtained for reuse. When Kate here decided to start a clothing business using digital images of heritage objects in her designs, it proved very difficult to find complete, high-resolution images that were accompanied by enough information about ownership and licensing for her to determine whether she could reuse them, and in what ways, and to whom she would have to go to seek permissions where necessary. In the end, the process of determining and clearing rights on existing images proved so time-consuming and costly for Kate's fledgling business that she chose to work with an illustrator on original designs instead. To address problems like those Kate encountered, the Europeana Space, or eSpace project, a best practice network of partners from the culture sector, higher education and creative industries, sought to demonstrate how successful business models can be based on the reuse of digital cultural content when copyright is properly managed from the start. This requires content providers such as museums, galleries, libraries and archives to fully and correctly label their digitised content in a standardised format and to make it more easily accessible. It also requires entrepreneurs and creative companies to follow best practices of rights clearance and reuse. The eSpace intellectual property team have produced a wide range of tools and resources for accessing reusable content, clearing copyright, labelling and attributing content, understanding licensing, taking reuse ethics into account, valuing intellectual property, and carrying out risk assessments in a startup business. These resources can be found in the content space of the eSpace website under Copyright Tools for Cultural Heritage, where they are available in an easy-to-use, downloadable format. Tools to help with IP strategies for hackathons and business modelling can also be found here in the IPR toolkit. From the content space, you can also access the project's own repository. Here you can find rights-labelled and thematic collections of high-quality digital cultural heritage content from eSpace content providers, which are either free to use or which reuse permissions can be easily sought. Also in the content space are case studies based on the 6 thematic areas explored in the eSpace project: dance, open and hybrid publishing, TV, photography, museums and games. The case studies outline the lessons learned from approaches to IP during the 6 thematic pilots, hackathons, business modelling workshops and the incubation process that followed with the winning teams. These resources are intended for use by aspiring entrepreneurs and content providers, but they also provide excellent learning materials for students. We hope they will help you to start up your business, open up your content for reuse, enter into new collaborations and learn more about the challenges of cultural entrepreneurship and how to overcome them.